Hello YouTube, and welcome to Guns and Gear. And I'm going to do a series of videos on defensive shotguns. You know, throughout the history of this nation, the shotgun has been a premier arm for folks that were looking for both something for hunting and for defense. And as time has gone on, the shotgun, with all the versatility that it has become somewhat specialized. And we're going to talk about some of those shotguns right now that fit that specialized role for defense. You know, the rifle is getting a lot of press these days, and some folks think maybe that the shotgun has become outdated, but I disagree. Whereas the police and maybe other government agencies have a need for a rifle for a variety of different reasons. In the confines of a home, it is hard to beat the devastating power and effectiveness of the shotgun. And that's why I believe that it still has an intricate role in our defense today. So with that, let's talk about this shotgun for a moment. This is a Remington 870 Police Magnum. And before I get started too far, I'll go ahead and show you that yes, this gun is been safety checked and it is unloaded. Okay. Now, some of the features of the shotgun, and by the way, the 870 is probably the most used shotgun by the law enforcement agencies in this country, and for very good reason. It is a pump action or slide action design, and it's very sturdy. It has twin action bars right here that lead to a very sturdy cycling action. Alright, and I have made some changes to the shotgun from where it was when I originally bought it, because basically I just can't leave well enough alone. But instead of just sticking things on a shotgun, I really do try to think things out a little bit. And so let's talk about some of those upgrades. I'm going to use a pointer, and you know, a lot of folks on YouTube use knives as a pointer, and I always thought that was pretty cool, so I'm going to do that. And the knife that I'm going to use is an Ek Commando. And the reason that I picked this knife is because a great YouTuber, a good guy, Mr. 45 Bullet. Bill's a big fan of Ek knives. I've seen in a couple of his videos where he has a few of them, and I thought I'd show him mine. This one was made in Richmond, Virginia, not far from where I live right now. And when they moved their operation down back in the early 80s, they set up at a few gun shows in the surrounding area there, and I happened to be at one of those shows and saw one of their knives, and this knife came very highly recommended. My father actually had one of these in Korea. So it's an excellent knife, and I thought I would use this as a pointer today. Okay, now back to our shotgun. Now this has a 3-inch chamber, which means you can shoot 2 3/4 and 3-inch Magnum shells. But quite honestly, I don't shoot too much 3-inch Magnum shells in this shotgun, basically because it is a defensive gun, and there's really no need for that extra power. You know, the 12 gauge round is a devastatingly powerful round on its own, and the Magnums, it's just not needed for a close quarter defensive weapon. Okay. Now it has an 18-inch improved cylinder barrel on it, actually 18 1/4 inches, and quite honestly, I think that's about a perfect combination to have for a defensive shotgun. You know, between 18 and 20 inches is just about all you would need. And improved cylinder gives you the option to be able to shoot slugs and maintain a decent pattern with your buckshot at close range. Okay, and you know, that's very important. You know, there's a guy named Clint Smith, and he's the owner-operator of Thunder Ranch, and I often quote him because he's one of the premier firearms instructors in the country. And I have a couple of his DVDs, and on one of them he talks about the shotgun and the fact that the worst gunshot wound that he has ever seen in his entire life, and he has quite a bit of experience, came from a shotgun that was fired down a hallway with birdshot in it. And you know, there's a lot of debate on shotgun loads, and birdshot is very effective at close range, and you know, and it also doesn't have very much penetrating power. Now I can't say that I completely buy into that, and for one reason, just the devastating power of buckshot. I've always liked to put as big of holes in something that I was trying to stop as possible, and the buckshot rounds that they have today are, you know, some of them are reduced powered with lower recoil, and you're still sending out those big double-aught bucks. And for that reason, there's several companies out there, but this shotgun patterns the Hornady tap the best, and so therefore that's what I use. And you'll see some of them on there. I also have a couple of slugs there. These are old slugs. It's active. They're no longer in business. But those slugs really worked well in a hunting shotgun that I had one time, and I bought a mess of them. I'm not going to be running out of them anytime soon, and they work really well with this shotgun, which talks to the versatility of the gun. You know, it'll handle the pattern with this Hornady a lot better than the Federal and the Winchester that I've tried. And inside the house, it's a precision weapon. Okay, even with the buckshot in it. But if the case were that I needed to defeat maybe a thicker barrier or make a longer shot, you know, you can put in a couple of slugs to make those shots, and it works very well. For that reason, this shotgun has ghost ring sights. It is adjustable. These are made by Scattergun Technologies, and it's a excellent sighting system. And the front bead actually has tritium insert, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but at any rate, the tritium insert does aid in seeing that front sight in low light conditions. Now it also has a Mesa Tactical ammo carrier on the side here, very similar to the side saddle, except this is made out of metal. Okay, it has like a gel insert that actually retains the shotgun shell, but the hole that the shotgun rounds fit into is smaller than the rim of the shell. And if you carry your ammo on with the casing, the brass part facing up, you never have to worry about losing your rounds. I have some Tacstar side saddles, and you know, during the high temperature summertime and fall temperatures that we have here in the South, that's plastic, and sometimes it loses its grip, and you can lose a few rounds when you're tromping around the woods. So I thought I would give this Mesa Tactical a try and see how it works, and so far it's been a great quality product. Okay, some other features that it has. This is a Knox retractable stock with the recoil reducer. Okay, and the reason that I basically got this is, one, I do like a pistol grip stock, and two, I was hoping because of the adjustability that I could talk my wife into shooting this thing, but I have failed in that. She has not seen fit to give her a try. And I've also added a Hogue foregrip. Now, slide action shotguns or pump action shotguns, it's very important to have a good grip on this fore end, because that's the only way to keep this thing running is to be able to slide this fore end back and forth. And I have found that the Hogue and the Packmeyer fore ends, because of their rubber texture, they're very tacky, easy to hold on to, and therefore it's a great addition to any pump shotgun. Okay, I've also added Scattergun Technologies, and by the way, that's from Wilson Combat, this extension tube magazine here with the insert here for a sling. And basically that's the 870 Police Magnum. It's an excellent shotgun. I highly recommend it, and thank you for watching. And as always, shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.